So, here's a game I've been wanting to record for a while, or stream for a while. Anyway, this is the second verse, by the way. I forgot to do some things, uh, but long story short, I made several jokes involving that if you don't agree that Final Fantasy IX is the best Final Fantasy, you need to stop watching my stream because this is non-negotiable. It is the best one. Brewski, I love this game, but I always run out of steam around disc 1 of 4. Disc 3 is really good, though! Like, legit, I think disc 3 is some of the best content Final Fantasy has ever produced. So our adventure begins, as it always does with great adventures, a boat ride in the middle of a stormy sea. So, full disclosure, this is not a blind playthrough. I've played this game literally start to finish about 30 times. That's not a joke. 30 times. I think I've played this game more than I've played any other game. I think I've played this game more than I've played all other games. That's not true. It is definitely probably like a good solid 1,500 hours invested in this game. No, not 1,500. 40 times 30, 1,200. So yeah, probably 1,200 hours invested into this game. I really like this game. It's really good. Listen, NG Matt, I've said that I can never ever get the duel 100%. I've gotten it 99%, and that was just grueling. Here's the deal. I'll try 3 times. Unless I get enough nobles the first time to get the silk shirt. Because I still think the silk shirt's really useful early in the game. Particularly against a couple of mage-based bosses. I'm gonna do it this time. I'm glad you guys believe in me. Because I don't believe in me. Now the moment of truth. There we go. Hey, my controller works. Ico's actually kind of late disc 2. First of all, we need to do some stuff. I like keeping the ATB on wait until I start getting the really broken cool stuff, but controller, memory, cruiser memory, battle camera, auto battle control, movement, walk, run. I'm used to holding the button to run. Here icon on, window color, classic. Just gotta have the classic colors. Target window always, vibration off because my thing doesn't really support it. Alright. So before we light the candle, you do want to explore around the room. Or some spare change. And a potion. And no, I'm not renaming any of the characters. I want to keep it simple for the stream. Usually I name somebody Butts, but this isn't Final Fantasy V, so. Guys, we're getting a track like Trogdor, because he was a dragon man. I'm sorry, that's references. I hope I can get his good steel really quick. I did a test run to make sure that my computer could actually run this shit. And it took me like 5 minutes to actually steal the good steel. Because we don't have any good abilities to prevent stuff to make steals easier. Oh, bye, Cinna. I'm not reviving him. He's kind of useless. He is the joke character. Come on. This guy has a good knife that I want. There we go. Now to kick this guy's ass. I have no idea why he just decided to put on a dragon mask and come attacking us. The game never really explains this. He just randomly decides to come up and destroy Cinna. I guess Baku is an idiot, yeah. So guys, here's the thing. Should I do the Easter egg? Should I show off the Easter egg on stream? Okay, well, alright. Alright. So we just do this a lot. Why wouldn't I? Because it kind of takes a while. You have to do this like 50-something times for something interesting to happen. And by interesting, I mean not interesting at all, really, but... Well, I mean, Queen Brain's blue. I don't know why she's blue, but she is. Exciting gameplay! At least the Tantalus theme is good. Head to toe, though? And, like, a lot of people just refer to her as blue. I think she's just blue. I think it should be happening soon. Then again, it could not be happening for another half hour, so who knows. Anybody seen any good movies lately? I saw Spider-Man. That was good. Made me really excited for the video game. Coming out next year, apparently. Homecoming's good. Go see it. Oh, here it is. All right, we're done. Also, Babelicious. I love the dialogue in this game. Crow Feathers, I will fight you. Squall is way better. No, well, Squall is way worse. Oh no, you had me saying it! Ah! Jack and Daxter's coming to PS4. I mean, I have it on PS3. I might get Jack X Racing. Best Final Fantasy is obviously World of Final Fantasy. I mean, it's pretty cool in concept. Oh, wow. Okay, look out for a sharp quality change. Oh, yep, look at how crisp and clear Vivi is compared to all of those other FMV people. It is not that obvious on non-emulated software. Alright, so we control this happy little guy. There's a thing here. Oh, goody, cards. Okay, so there's a card game in this game. This card mini game. It sucks. Nobody knows how it works. Like literally nobody. There's been like entire thesis papers written on this shit, and nobody can figure out how the game actually determines its stuff. No, this is not the PC port. This is an emulated. This is emulation. I didn't want to buy the PC port because I've already bought this game like 4 or 5 different times. Found Grandma's savings of 9 gil. I stole from an old lady. Ugh. More cards. You need 5 cards before you can even begin to play the game. Oh, you can't avoid a Rat Kid, by the way. Missing out on improved card textures? Well, I mean, depends on how good the emulation is, I guess. My favorite part about this game is that there's just a ton of animal people wandering around and nobody gives a shit. That's just normal. It's just normal. They added better textures for various things. Not the background, so it clashes horribly. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show off. Well, okay, here's the thing. There is, at some point, a part where Tetramaster is required to be played. Not only required, but you have to win 2 games in order to progress. So I have no choice but to show off how awful that game is. So yeah, maybe not tonight, but I will be showing off the card game. Oh, this is Sid Paul. He is a Tetramaster enthusiast, but all of his cards suck. Because it's extremely early in the game. Oh, that's right. I want to show off something interesting. So here's our only key item, the ticket. Come see the all-time classic love story, I Want to Be Your Crow. A tragic tale of destiny, cursed memories, dreams, life, and death. It's basically just like Romeo and Juliet, but fantasy. Thought there was this thing in here. Yeah. Yeah, triple triad is really bad, but I mean, it means that you can basically make the game give up around the half-hour mark. So, not even the half-hour mark, like the 10-minute mark. Ether. Oh. Oh, here's another thing I've never been able to do. There's a... I'll show it off. Yep, you can jump rope. If you jump rope 100 times, you get a special key item that doesn't do anything. That's actually the best I've ever done. I'm not gonna lie, that's the best I've ever done. I didn't even know you got a card for doing 50. Oh wow, it's actually a pretty good card too. It's Kekdar. Oh. Yeah, these cards are garbage. This card's alright, I guess. Well, let's go into that building that I skimmed over. Yeah, I know the collector rank breaks the game if you get all the cards. It's like they didn't bother testing out. They didn't bother testing out all the stuff for the testing rank for the card rank. So if you get the maximum card rank, which means you get 100 unique cards with 100 unique arrow designations, then the game just starts glitching out because it doesn't know what to do. No tester ever bothered doing it because no tester was crazy enough to think that anybody would want to do it. Also, Phoenix Finance are really important, like, I don't know, 20 hours from now. Hit my 3 precious cards in a safe place. Okay, so if you talk to him, you can learn about his 3 precious cards. And we're not going to go to the ticket booth yet. So... okay, if we sneak in while this girl's out running, we can get some eye drops, apparently. And then she's standing at these stairs, so now you can go up here and steal money from under her bed, too. I'm a hero. Okay, let's go find this kid's cat. This is a nice little side quest that we can do. Also, we can go here. There's some stuff around here. There. Yep. All right. And then... remember those cards Hipal mentioned? Iron Knight, Goblin, and Fang. Those cards suck. Those are his 3 precious cards, and they are like all trash garbage tier cards. Look at that. A Goblin? I mean, that Goblin's got some okay arrows configurations, I guess, but... anyway, we're gonna go find that kid's cat before we move on. I don't know if I can agree with Crow Feathers or not because I've never played Dragon Quest IX. Cat! Cat, come here. Alright. Now let's go, like, let's go trade in our ticket to go see I Want to See Your Crow. I Want to Be Your Crow, excuse me. Wait, but isn't that weird that the Tantalus guys earlier were saying that it's called I Want to Be Your Canary? This guy's saying it's I Want to Be Your Canary too. Aww. Vivi has a fake card. Also, the texture... yeah, he just gave us the same cards that Hipal considers precious, except for a skeleton. So... the thing about that card texture that you just saw, that has like an impossible amount of detail for the actual PlayStation to render. There's no way anybody playing this on PlayStation would have been able to see all that textures. It's just like a gray pixelated mess on the PlayStation, which is why I'm not playing the copy of this game that I own on the PlayStation 3 because I wanted to see all these cool ass textures that I would never otherwise see because the game literally cannot handle them, or the system literally cannot handle them. I mean, we have to say yes in order to progress. Okay, so this guy's Alleyway Jack, we can talk to him and learn about the card game, but if he walks into us, he steals money from us, and also he's Gilgamesh. Guys, it's Gilgamesh. I want to talk to the kid. And a bomb card, which I think is also trash. Yeah. Bombs are trash. Yeah, it's not the same Gilgamesh, unfortunately. It's like the one time it's not the same Gilgamesh. Oh, another reason that this game is the best is because Moogles are save points. They all say Koopo, except one that we'll be meeting very soon. He doesn't say Koopo, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna deliver the Moogle mail, don't worry. So Magnet's just basically a little side quest to deliver mail between Moogles. He's asking me to give something to Monty. And we can save. And the saving animation's adorable. Okay, I don't think there's any treasures on this roof because you can't actually get back to this roof if you... So yeah, Rat Kid's kind of a dick. And his name is Puck. So we can follow Puck, or you can go this way and get some more treasure from this bird nest. At least I assume that's a bird nest. I have no idea. I always thought they were birds' nests. It makes sense because all you find in them is gil and birds like shiny things. And I mean, it could be a treasure chest, but at the same time, I don't think... It doesn't look like any other treasure chest in the game, so... And there's Queen Brain. Shout out to Hot. No, I can't even stop. I full stop. Cannot even finish that even as a joke. And there's our precious little tin idiot. Aww. He's a good boy. Steiner is great because he does what he does with Garnet as his bodyguard simply as out of a sense of duty. They don't try to ham-fist any like love interest in it. It's like, no, I was charged to protect the princess. I'm gonna protect the princess. That's my job. I'm gonna do it good. I think the fact that the love interest with him is kind of shoehorned in as a joke, mostly because Final Fantasy IX plays out a lot like a play. So of course they had to shoehorn a love interest in there. Oh, I missed the no cloud, no squall will hinder us line. That's a reference to Final Fantasies 7 and 8. So you have these cool little like special effects things. They don't do anything except look neat, I guess. Yeah, see, they literally do nothing. It's a play. Why would they do anything? Cinna continues to be useless. And it's time to beat up on, what's his name again? They are fake spells based on real spells, and that makes them good. Oh, here comes. I'm glad I know where all the buttons on the PlayStation are by heart, because this next part would have been miserable with the current controller I have. Oh, I think I only got about like 70 nobles. Oh, 88. I think I want to get at least 90 to get the silk shirt. $96, that's good enough. Yeah, Queen Brain was quite impressed. No. No, not performing the fight scene again. So if you get all 100 nobles, they shower you with 10,000 gil, which is a ridiculous amount of money, and then you get a moonstone from Queen Brain a little bit later. And that's that teaches you a good thing really early on, but the silk shirt's good enough. If I remember correctly, there's a Moogle in here that wants me to give mail to somebody. Oh, that's later. That's later as Steiner. I thought Zidane could do it too, but apparently not. So you can do either one, but it only really affects one thing later. So we're going to examine her face like a creeper. Yeah, Zidane's the best. Zidane's such a breath of fresh fucking air after Cloud and Squall. Because both Cloud and Squall were kind of like little... like, not Cloud so much, but definitely Squall were like kind of Debbie Downers about the whole thing. And Zidane just wants an adventure. He just wants a fun adventure. Thorn and Zorn are really good guys. I actually legit love these fucking clowns. Yeah, I mean, okay. But for the most part, Cloud kind of was serious. You have to admit that. Granted, yes, there are some pretty funny lines, but for the most part, like, he's very serious and like, oh, I don't want to save the world, I'm... Hey, he talks in Kingdom Hearts. It's not his fault that all of his lines were just supposed to be for, like, Vincent or something. I remember that part, but I'm also talking about like the parts where he's got like, you know, massive like, please, I'm just a worthless clone. I know that the Cloud has like silly moments on there, but wait, Vincent was funny? I didn't think Vincent was funny at all. Oh, okay. That's how you mean. Okay, so before we do anything, we're gonna go talk to the Queen. He's funny in concept. There we go. Okay, that's more like it. So the silk shirt's actually really good because it does stuff with armor. It's got like, get exactly what? Hold on. Oh yeah, thunder damage is reduced by 50%, which is really good for a couple upcoming bosses. I don't know if that can be true, Crow. It's a Tails game. So, as the captain of the Knights of Pluto, it is our job to make sure all of our goddamn soldiers are doing their job. Save at every opportunity because it actually doesn't take too long in this version of the game because I'm running it on an emulator, so it goes off my computer speed, not game speed. Crow, I still don't believe you that a Tails game is actually good. I literally cannot believe that. Oh. Whoops. I don't believe anybody saying that a Tails game is good. Oh hey, here's a character that we won't be seeing for like 10 hours or something like that. Damn it. Yes, there we go. So that guy just always runs away from you, like the furthest possible route, so you just have to kind of goad him. I still don't believe you, Crow Feathers, that there's a character named that. In about 20 hours, there's going to be a hidden optional boss there that's hard as hell. Isn't there a thing here? Or am I thinking of way later? I think I'm thinking of way later. I don't think there's anybody in here. Oh no, this is progress. No. I think I haven't found all the knights yet. Not even 4 is like several. Because not only did they have the mainline Final Fantasies, but they also had like all the spin-offs like Final Fantasy Tactics and Vagrant Story. They just can't make numbered ones anymore, otherwise I guess they wither away and die. Were you paying attention to those personality traits? They'll come up again in like 15 hours for one optional thing. I'm not even kidding. It's not even hiding it. It's just like, you think it's a little extra thing that they just put in for last. Haha, look at all these character traits we gave these characters that you talk to a whole of once. And then, no, later it turns out if you do this one specific thing perfectly right, you get a really good accessory. Poor Steiner. Ah. Oh, I didn't know that her like little thing had a bunch of clasps on the front. Oh. Yeah, but the difference between Zidane's and Cloud's is that Cloud's lasts an entire disc. Zidane's lasts like 15 minutes at the most. Oh, and her thing is a tie? Oh. So many details I've never seen before because the PlayStation literally cannot render them. God damn, that's a sick burn by Zidane. Oh, it's time. It's that time of night where I get to play my favorite game, Firework or Gunshot. I'm gonna guess Firework. I think it's too late for idiots to be hunting.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for the host, Palantir. You're my Palantir, eh? Squares, no, please. Whoa! Thanks for the subscription, Crow. I guess dumb puns are in. Now you have access to a good pig emote. Also, we're gonna mess with the ship a little bit. Okay, Crow has a good opinion about Final Fantasy VI. I can see arguments for 6 being the best one, but I still think the best one is 9. But 6 is not a bad Final Fantasy to call the best one. Alright, so if I remember correctly, this is the only fight that we can steal stuff from him in? Yes. So he also has a good steal. It's actually for him later on, so I want it. And I'm not bothering. Oh no. Oh. That's not it. Oh, it doesn't have anything. What? I thought that he had a sword. Oh no, that's a boss later. Crow, steal rates are terrible in the beginning. They get better later on when Zidane has some nice skills to help mitigate that. Oh, I always assumed that frame rate drop was the PlayStation not being able to handle the particle effects. I didn't know that was built into the game. So, my favorite thing about the Tantalus guys is that all of them are kind of like, they're human adjacent. Like, they're kind of monstrous humans, because we've got Marcus here, who's like, and Cinna, who are both like goblin guys. Blank kind of looks human, but if you look at his art, he's got stitches all over his face and arms, so he's like some sort of like flesh golem. And then we've got Zidane, who's human but with a monkey tail. Yes, Zidane's perfectly normal, except for his tail. There's nothing odd going on with Zidane at all. They're really good at improv. They should go on Whose Line, where they can have fun with Aisha Tyler and Wayne Brady. Come on, Crow Feathers. Colin Mockery's good. Colin Mockery's the only one worth watching Whose Line for these days. Wait, Tony Hawk, really? Wow. Oh, that's because Will Wheaton's actually really good. I said it. Watch his tabletop show. It's good. If I remember correctly, there's a thing we can steal from... Nope, we can't. Okay. Just... I can see you thinking Will Wheaton's kind of annoying. I'm going to be completely honest. But I still like him. Vivi is cool. I like it when they get the creators of the games to come on and play the game. Like that episode where they got the guy who created Munchkin to come on and play Munchkin, and surprise, he won because he cheated. The most Munchkin story I can think of. Brewski, technically that is true. In Munchkin, it is not cheating if you don't get caught. But the most Munchkin story I can think of was I played it at a thing a couple years ago, and it was pretty late in the game, and one guy was asking if he was going up against a tough monster, so he asked if he wanted any help, and so we all agreed to go help him for shares of treasure. And then we realize, on the cusp of him winning this whole thing, that if he were to win that fight, he would have won the game. So we all suddenly started screwing him over while simultaneously screwing each other over because we didn't want him to win. So we helped him, realized this was bad, and then immediately started not helping him. It's just... I don't think this fight is based off of hit points. I think it's just timed. I think once you make a certain amount of moves, the fight is over. Well, that figurehead's seen better days. And that propeller has as well. Oh, that poor house. Oh. I hope they were insured. If you looked closely, that was the only CG you'll ever see of Baku. Shh, shh, Squares, don't talk about that. No, don't talk about that, please. Just don't. Just don't. Is it still exploding? What is it made out of? Seriously, what on that ship explodes? Crow, you actually bring up a very good point. I guess fireworks would explode. Oh hey, it's the active time event. It's the thing that lets you see what other characters are doing. It's cool and good. There are a couple of rare ones that I'm gonna have to look up how to get because I don't remember how to get them. There are some things I will have to look up because I just simply do not remember. Does Tina sell me stuff yet? No, he does not. Okay. Okay, so who's in here with me?
It's exactly like Skits and Tails games, which you don't like.
Because Tails games are all bad.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Don't
Have you
lie.
played any of them?
Tales of the Abyss.
Well, okay, but you didn't like that one? You didn't like, what's his name? Fucking red-haired idiot guy?
No, I didn't.
Shocking.
I was promised that that game would get better after X amount of hours, and when it didn't, I turned off the game and I never turned it back on.
Okay, fair enough. He is annoying. That is true. But, I don't know. First, the new one is pretty good, and it helps because, like I said, they have this ridiculous, like, super, like, serious, edgy, grimdark character, but nobody else acts like that. And so she's just constantly frustrated by all this wackiness around her. And that makes her kind of likable. She's just like, I want to kill all these people. And they're like, but look, these cats have hats on. It's crazy.
So something you're going to see me do in this game a lot is steal. Because stealing is actually super important.
Stealing it's very important in this game. I guess sort of fitting because the main character is a thief guy, but as you've seen, the rates start out pretty low. They do get better over time, and eventually you can mug, and that makes it easier, but...
Yeah, but also, there's a move Zidane gets later on in the game. Not even that much later. I think it's like something you can get pretty early into, like... It's like late disc 1, early disc 2, something like that.
It's on the... I believe it's in the second disc that he gets Thievery, which is what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's called Thievery, and it basically deals an unblockable amount of damage equal to some complicated mathematical thing based on how many times he's successfully stolen and his speed.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that and you'll become unstoppable. I mean, you don't really need to.
No, but it's...
A lot of the really grindy things in Final Fantasy games, like, you don't need to do that.
No,
and I wish people didn't feel the need to do it, but...
But Thievery is very good. Like, you don't even need to make it deal 9,999 all the time. Just, like, get it up to, like, 5,000 and you'll be set for the rest of the game.
It's true.
Nothing in this game has over 56,000 hit points anyway.
That guy is right. Stealing in Tactics Advance is hilarious because you can learn a skill called Steal Ability.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then you can just steal all the abilities in the game.
You can steal experience, yeah.
But stealing abilities is the best one because it takes a long time. But if you have a human or a Moogle character, they can just steal everything.
Yeah.
Including the ability, like all the other steal things, and then you can steal weapons and everything. Stealing weapons is really useful too.
Yeah,
because you learn skills from weapons.
And then, well, you learn skills from weapons, and also you just straight up take their weapons, so now they have to punch you.
Yeah, exactly. And you can steal heart, which charms them, which is funny. But there's no reason to do that because you can steal everything else first. Also, I mean, like, that's funny, but everything in Tactics Advance is, like, broken.
Yeah.
Like, for example, you can put Concentrate, which is the skill that makes you not miss, on your assassin, and then they can just assassinate everyone with, like, 95% accuracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do that. You can do whatever. It's not a hard game. I do like it, though, actually. But, I know some people don't like it. Oh, Trance! There we go.
Yeah, Trance is usually fucking useless.
Yeah, you can't really do it, like...
You can't control it. It just happens.
And I think that's a response to 8, where... You know, you couldn't control the limit breaks in theory, but you could in practice because you could just cast Aura over and over again. And then you could just kill everything. Here, the trances are just kind of a thing that happens. And they're mostly not that great, either.
No. There's some really good ones, like Steiner's. Steiner just makes him hit, like, 5 times harder.
Right. I think Ico's is, like... I guess it's okay. You might as well use it, but, like...
Yeah, no, it's that's double white, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has double white. Vivi has double black, which is pretty good.
Right. No, Ico's is the one that, like, summons things better, right?
No, that's daggers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Double black's pretty good.
Double black's pretty good. Double white's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Freya's is kind of useless because it deals less damage than Dragon's Crest, which is another auto 9999 move.
And Q's is actually useless.
Yeah, Queena's is just worthless.
Yeah.
You can eat things at half hit points instead of 1/4. You
Right.
can't see it, but I'm doing the sarcastic twirl my finger in celebration move.
Yeah, you can do that if you're lucky enough that that happens while you're fighting something you want to eat. Much like Quistis, who also ate things, which is amusing.
Oh, good! I got the broadsword immediately. I think that's its
Yeah,
rare
that's
steel. I think that's its rare steel too, or its only steel. I forget if it's its only steel or if it's the rare steel. But the fact that I got it immediately is good.
Like, going for rare steals is a pain in the ass, but it is better than how stealing works in 12, which I played recently, where just what they have is determined by random chance. So, like, if you want a specific thing from a boss, you just gotta keep reloading until it has it.
Oh god.
Yeah. Because they have rare steals and common steals, but they can only hold one item, so you just gotta hope.
Maybe that wasn't its rare steel, because I've tried twice now to get, I think, the wrist that it has, and it's failed.
I think you'll succeed eventually.
Yeah.
So this is your favorite Final Fantasy?
Yeah. This is my favorite.
Better than 6? It's better than 7?
Better than... Oh god, it's definitely better than 7. I don't actually like 7 that much.
What? It's great. It's got Mr. T and a dog and and an angry guy.
Which angry guy?
Dracula.
Okay, the Dracula. There
There's
we go.
a
Stole the
Dracula.
leather wrist. I think that's the last steel it. I think that's the last thing it has. I'm gonna just start killing it now. Either way.
And a lady who punches people. You know, what more could you ask for? That's all you need. It's all the characters.
Doesn't have anything, right? Okay, good. I've got all of its steals.
Good. Oh, Vivi. Apparently, Final Fantasy IX is not well planned, which is why it doesn't get a lot of love like the other ones do.
It wasn't well.
Yeah.
What you cut out there?
It's not very well liked in Japan,
Oh, okay.
which is why it doesn't get a lot of like. It doesn't get a lot of references like 7 and 10 and 13 do. which were the big ones. Yeah, like, people don't like 13 anymore, I guess, but it was, at that time, the best-selling Final Fantasy, like, that had ever happened. So, Lightning is going to continue to appear in things with Tidus and Cloud, and
Fun.
those are the only people that anyone cares about.
So bosses don't give out any experience points in this game, only ability points. So that
It is strange.
So that means it is possible to run through the entire game at level 1.
Yeah, but why would you?
Challenge.
I guess. Final Fantasy XII actually has the new release has a mode where you can't level up, but you have to unlock it by like beating trial mode, which is a pain. So most people will never do that, but
okay.
But it's allowed. Symphony of the Night had that too, right? There was a mode got any experience.
I don't know. I've never played Symphony of the Night more than like half an hour, or something like that. NG Matt, I think you'll be happy to know that Final Fantasy XIV has finally gotten some Final Fantasy V content, and they actually make fun of the whole thing that in America his actual translated name is Bartz, but his if you directly translate it, it's actually Butts, and they actually reference that a couple of times in different items.
They also recently added a Chocobo dungeon, which is nice. Because Chocobo Dungeon is great.
Never played it.
Well, you know, I don't know. But the one on the Wii, I liked. It has a job system. It's got all kinds of cool stuff. It's not very hard, but I like it. You will never, ever see a reference to any from 2 and 3, though. Nobody gives a shit about the Emperor.
No.
Or whoever the fuck was in Final Fantasy 3. I don't even remember.
The Cloud of Darkness.
Actually, I guess Onion Knights do show up in a lot of things, so I guess maybe they do care about that one. Because, like, they always have, like, Onion Knights stuff in games with job stuff, so there's that. Time to escape.
I like watching Steiner trying to escape because he's just so awful at it. His imagination is so limited that he's just reduced to, like, yelling for fire and no plan B.
Yeah. Steiner is a good character, but he's not very smart. But that's
no.
But he's like he's trying hard. So he's good.
Yeah.
This guy plays Wii Chocobo Dungeon, so he knows where it's at.
Oh, and then for some reason Ruby was left behind. Nobody cares about Ruby. That's a joke.
Nobody does care about Ruby. that was a great event. Some of them are not very long. Oh, Cinna.
Yeah, Cinna's weird, guys. I don't know if we've hammered that in enough, but
he's got a Moogle to be friends with.
yeah. Let's see. Oh, Flea. Okay. Yeah. And then...
The Moogles in this game are pretty good. What's the name of the main guy, the striped one? He's in this one, and he's pretty great.
What do you mean the striped one?
No, Stripes! He's the striped one. The stripy Moogle.
Oh, Stitzelkin.
No, not Stiltskin. The other one. What is his name?
I don't know.
Artemisian. That one.
Oh yeah, Art. Yeah.
Good old Artie. Mm. He's been in the most Final Fantasy games of all characters. For some reason.
Are you sure about that? I've never heard.
Most
I've never seen him outside of this, and I'm pretty sure Sid has been in every Final Fantasy except like one.
Those are all different Sids, though.
Yeah, wouldn't they all be different arties then? Are
No,
you
it's
sure?
always the same one.
Are you sure you're not talking about Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh is also in a lot of games. That's true. Gilgamesh is in the most, probably. But, that's true. I forgot about Gilgamesh. He always shows up. And, there, Gilgamesh is your Final Fantasy V, right? Because he often talks about butts when he gets defeated.
I forget what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to talk to Vivi? I think I'm supposed to talk to Vivi. First, let's go up on top of this bed and find some Gil, I think. Yeah.
Well, clearly Final Fantasy XII is the best because it's got 2 Sids. 2 for the price of 1. There's a Sid and another Sid.
Isn't one of the Sids in Final Fantasy 15? Doesn't one of them have tits?
There is Sid and Sydney. And Sydney has big tits, yes. Correct. She's pretty... she has a southern accent for no real reason, because nobody else... Just her. It's very strange. A lot of the voice work in 15 is completely inexplicable, and I don't understand their choices. Like, I mean, the main characters all sound fine, but it's just like, everyone just has random accents that don't mean anything.
I like Prompto because his name sounds like he's a robot butler.
Prompto is great, and in the new DLC that came, he experiences the plot of Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh.
Yes. Over the course of about 2 hours, you get to play through Metal Gear Solid with Prompto. He plays like a third-person shooter. He sneaks around a bunch of bases and fights some Metal Gears, and meets a bunch of clones and things. It's completely bizarre and out of place. And then at the end, he just drives off on a snowmobile. He's like, oh, fucking whatever. I'm done with that.
The boss isn't here anymore. I gotta go...
Yeah, I got to go talk to the boss.
Yeah, I gotta go downstairs.
That guy... See, Squares is wrong because Artemisian is in several games. He's also in the Crystal Bearers, which maybe I'm the only one who knows that because nobody else played that. But I did. And he's in this. He's in Crystal Chronicles. He's in a couple other things. Alright. But Gilgamesh is in the most, and Gilgamesh is the best. So
Gilgamesh is literally the best.
he's great. Great character. There is a shitty, like, fake Gilgamesh in 15, and he's disappointing. Because he's just some guy who has a sword.
Okay, if I remember correctly, Baku also has some good shit on him.
Yeah, you gotta...
I just got steal for 5 minutes.
Right. Don't worry, it's making you stronger. You can use thievery
Yep.
afterwards.
And also, I think this early game stuff is actually pretty good.
It's a good... I mean, 9 is... It's too slow, but it is good. And that was a problem that a lot of late-era PlayStation 1 RPGs had. Like, this and Chrono Cross, right? Chrono Cross has the slowest combat. And it runs at like 5 frames per second.
I never played Chrono Cross, so...
Okay, well, you didn't... I mean, I would say you didn't really miss much. It's fucking gorgeous, but it's not great. But, man... Has good music too, actually. But it has like 100 characters. It has 30 characters you can recruit. And so none of them have any kind of character development whatsoever, because there are so many of them. But they were very
proud also has a
proud
problem
of
being incomprehensible, apparently.
I mean, yes, that's also true. That's also a fair statement. It does not make sense. Partly because...
Detail on the Mage Masher is ridiculous.
Yeah,
there's
a lot
no
of
way the PlayStation would have rendered that.
It does in close-ups every once in a while.
Iron Sword. Yes, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I think that's it that that Baku has.
But yeah, Squares is right that the plot of Chrono Cross is incomprehensible. I could try to explain some of it for you if you like.
No, that's all right.
All right, that's fair. You wouldn't understand anyway. But it does have a big panther that's also your dad from another dimension in it, and he's the main villain.
Okay, well.
You can't beat Baku. He's way too strong.
Baku is too strong.
That's why he doesn't come with you to save the world later. He just hangs out here.
Yeah.
Because he's too strong.
Baku cannot be defeated. He is simply insurmountable.
He falls down a lot, but
he does
he's
fall down
also
a lot. I mean, yeah. Nothing can stop Baku except his own shoelaces.
What's the name of the other guy you recruit? The last guy.
Armorant.
Yeah. What was his deal? I never understood.
He doesn't think that teamwork is good. And then he learns that teamwork is good about 20 minutes later. And there we go. He doesn't get a lot of characterization.
Yeah, that's about all I remember too, yeah. He's just like, I'm gonna go it alone, and then he doesn't afterwards.
No, it's the thing is that he proves that he working alone gets the job done faster, but then he falls down someplace, and then turns out that because he's not working as a team, then he would have died otherwise. So he learns that teamwork is important because it helps keep you alive.
I think I was mixing him up with Kate Sith, who just blows up at one point and then another one shows up.
Oh yeah.
And they're just like
3 Kate Siths in that game.
What?
You go through like 3 Kate Siths in that game.
Maybe. I don't remember how many you go through, but definitely more than one.
Yeah. Like you kill one and then like not even 2 minutes later, hi, I'm Kate Sith too.
Which is a good moment. They're just like, it's a robot. Like, here's another one. Have you seen that? The people who did the really bad 7 retranslation really want to also do a hack that removes Kate Sith and replaces him with a character called Matthias Issachar. Which is a very good name. They said it fits the tone of the story better, so we want to get rid of Kate Sith entirely. And they have these grandiose plans of actually, like, using Premiere to put a new character over Kate Sith in cutscenes and things like that. Now, shockingly, they have not gotten very far in this, but I hope someday they succeed and we can meet their brilliant character. Matthias Issachar. They also translated Final Fantasy. You know, there's a lot of things in there that aren't translated that well, which is fair. But one of the things that they decided was, Clim Hazard, right? Which is the limit break, right?
Yeah.
They decided it should be translated as crime hazard because it is a hazard to criminals.
Oh. Yay.
Sure. Okay.
Do you remember the hack of, I think it's Final Fantasy 3, where it's just basically, it's we made Final Fantasy 7 NES.
Oh yeah. I do know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
What about it?
I don't know. I just remember that it exists and isn't very good.
It is not good. Someone did a really weird and pointless long scale hack to make it exactly like the real Final Fantasy VII, where he like changed all the maps and all the mod sprites and everything, and it's completely like it's pointless because you could just play Final Fantasy VII.
You could.
So I went, like, the original is kind of interesting because of how deep it is, but now it's like now it just is Final Fantasy VII but on the NES, which is kind of bizarre as to why you would want that. But I mean, you can't say he didn't work hard at it.
Yeah.
I guess. Ah, learn Blizzard. Nice.
Yeah. Blizzard and Lightning. Or Thunder, whatever it's called. Because, I don't know, weird translation stuff.
I like the original Final Fantasy VII NES. Barrett is a big, bald, white guy, and that's pretty funny. But, because they just stole the sprites from some game. But now you can play it with Barrett properly, looking exactly like his character in Final Fantasy VII, as was intended.
There's a letter from Zidane. Oh, it's from Ruby. She wrote that pretty quick.
Does it say, "Please come get me, I'm trapped in this fucking city"?
Yeah, I think it does. I think she says... I think it specifically says something like, "You guys left without me, so I'm going to open up a theater here because you guys suck. Bye."
Oh, yeah, that's right. And then you can go meet her later, right?
Yeah, you go meet her later in her little basement theater. It's nice.
Ah, tents. See, in Final Fantasy VIII, once you can buy tents, you can break the game, and that's a cherished memory.
Can't you convert them into like Kiragas or something, and
yes,
then
you can convert them into Kiragas
and attach that to your hit points and give yourself like 1 billion hit points from the get-go?
Yes, that's exactly what you do, and then you can't die anymore.
And then you just don't fight anything, and the bosses can never kill you because bosses don't give you experience in that game either. I don't think.
I think they do, but like, yeah, but it's not a big deal. It does have level scaling, so that's why you never want to level.
Yeah.
And also, you can turn encounters off after a certain point, which is handy.
Yep.
So, at that point, you really do just kind of walk through the rest of the game. It's very strange.
Oh, I like
this.
Strange game. I like this ATE because it references Final Fantasy VII with the music.
There's a lot of good music in 9. It has good music.
No, but this is like this is a direct MIDI that they saved from Final Fantasy VII.
It's a celebration of a lot of like all the Final Fantasy that had come before, except for 8, which is not celebrated. But it's
because literally nobody likes 8.
Some people like 8.
Some people like 8, and I do not comprehend why.
Squall is in Kingdom Hearts for some reason.
It's Leon.
Well, who gives a shit about that? It's fucking Squall.
I love that that's a running gag in the first game. Everybody just shits all over his stupid new name and just keeps calling him Squall.
Squall. Remember how, for some reason, he names his little necklace and then it comes to life at the end to kill him? Oh, yeah. Good times. Squall.
So, Steiner is really... Steiner's not that great of a team member. I'm going to be perfectly honest, because he doesn't have a move that automatically deals the maximum amount of damage for very little magic points, which is an important quality.
If you aren't obsessively grinding to break the game, he is a good character.
But like, he really shines when he's teamed up with Vivi, because then he can do magic shit with his sword and just destroy enemies, because it's using Vivi's magic ability plus his strength ability, and it just annihilates everything.
I mean, in a way, he's kind of keeping in line with previous Sword Arts people not being as great as everyone else. Like, what was the name in 6? Cyan. Cyan's not great.
Cyan's pretty good in the ROM hack, but unfortunately, the rest of the ROM hack's a giant pile of shit.
If you
It's
post that
amazing.
in Final Fantasy thread, you would be mocked for being such a noob.
I honestly soured super quickly on that ROM hack.
Mm-hmm.
Like once I got to Zozo, I was like, oh, this ROM hack just fucking sucks. Never mind.
Honestly, Zozo kind of sucks in the original too.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Zozo's just lame, but yeah, it's a pain. It's like, you know, it doesn't need to be balanced. All the characters are completely unbalanced, and that's okay, because you can just pick whichever ones you like, and then just use them.
Actually, some of the characters do really suck a lot.
But
Cyan
they
sucks
because it doesn't
a lot.
matter. Like, you know what? It doesn't matter. You could beat the game with Cyan. It wouldn't even be that hard. He's not any worse than anyone else because his special sucks.
I think I might go back to Final Fantasy VI, just not playing it with that stupid fucking ROM hack, because Final Fantasy VI is legit great.
Yeah, like, I didn't mean, like, some characters aren't better than others. I'm just saying, like, you can pick whichever character you like, and you can use them, and it's fine. You know? Like, even if there's, you know, you can use their specials, and they're all okay, I guess. You can use magic, and then everyone is overpowered as hell anyway. You know? Cyan can cast Ultima too. Do whatever. The only
I know
character
you
who's...
mean TOO, but when you said Ultima 2, I immediately thought of TWO, and I was like, oh man, there's an Ultima 2 and
No, although everyone can cast it like 5 times.
Yeah.
So, you know, at that point it doesn't matter who's doing it. It can be the ninja guy or the Moogle, or the only character who actually sucks is the Yeti, because he's not very good. But even him, you can make him like attack. You can give him the offering, and he'll attack a bunch of times, and he'll do okay.
I forget, can Vivi even equip any abilities right now? No, he just isn't learning anything.
Oh, you forgot to equip them.
No, he literally isn't learning anything that I can equip, like, as equip abilities can go, because he doesn't have any.
Ah. Okay.
Alright, so I don't remember if this thing has any good stuff in it with it or not. I don't think any of its steals are really worth it.
Okay.
I don't think.
Getting skills from weapons is an interesting thing. I don't think it always works out, though, because it's very easy to miss an item somewhere and miss out on like an important ability that you really want later. 9 is okay with that because eventually you can just buy everything, pretty much, that you miss. But, it's especially the problem in like 12 and I guess Tactics Advanced 2 also has that problem where there are things that are missable, like spell-wise, and you just won't ever find them if you don't know how to find them.
Wait, why am I doing this? There's a guy who joins up later who helps me steal even more. I just have to deal some damage to this guy first.
Yeah, good. Is this the... I forget, is this the first one that has the 3... No, 7 has 3 people also.
No,
you miss having 4 people
this one has
in your
4
party.
people, yeah. Oh, jeez. Phew, I made it just in time. Okay, so now I can steal twice as many times in a given encounter.
Nice. I wonder if people will be upset when in the Final Fantasy VII remake she's called Aerith and not Eris. Will people be upset?
I will be, because Eris is a legitimately way better name. Earth
Yeah,
just
fun.
sounds stupid.
It sounds like Earth. That's the point.
No. No, it doesn't.
That is the point. I mean,
I know it is, but it doesn't.
Hey, you got the helm.
Yep. Oh god, Steiner's dead.
Dang. Poor Steiner. He died. He died as he lived, being hit by a plant.
What skills do I have? Flee and detect. Bleh. Don't have any sword arts either, so... The fuck? Why does this thing hate Steiner so much?
Maybe there's a reason. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's because he has the least health, or...
Oh, there we go. It's dead.
Oh, good. You killed a big plant.
I did
Good
kill
work.
a big plant. I think I might stop for the night once I escape the forest, because that's a good place. That's a good place to stop.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good moment.
Now we've got these giant, like, spider, scorpion, plant things chasing us.
So, do you like Final Fantasy 13?
Never played it, but I heard it's bad, and everything I've heard about it, I would not like.
That's fair. That's a fair statement. Oh, there it goes. I just saw it blow up.
Yep.
But yeah, it's weird. The last like real kind of thing that people think of as Final Fantasy, like traditional, is this one, which was what 20 years ago now.
Not
Like
20, but I think it's like 15. Yeah.
a long time ago, right?
It's been a while, yes.
Yeah. I guess 10 is sort of like that too, so maybe 10 counts, but that was it. Since then, it's just been a bunch of weird things and experimental stuff of various types.
Yeah. Please don't kill Steiner. Please don't kill Steiner. Please don't kill Steiner. Yes! Oh, Steiner's out of MP. Oh, well. Gonna have to kill these things the old-fashioned way, I guess.
Poor Vivi. Gets the short end of the stick,
Yeah.
for sure.
When I hear avoiding all these things is a pain in the ass in the level 1 run. Because...
I'm sure it is. I don't know why you would do that, but
I don't know why you would do it either. It's
I don't get those.
Don't do a
things,
level
like
1 run. I've tried doing level 1 runs before, and I gave up extremely quickly. Like, before the end of Disc 1, very quickly.
It's especially annoying in this one because you can't ever like encounters, so you just run from things,
Yeah.
and I don't see what the appeal of that is. Like, I don't know if you can do a level 1 run of Bravely Default, but at least in that one you don't have to fight enemies all the time.
Right. And even if you do, you can turn off experience points for whatever reason.
That's true. That's true. But I guess it's a thing people like doing.
I guess.
People like doing single character runs too, which is just you grind more. I guess the point is you can tell people you've done it. It's just to show off. Like that guy who maxed out his level in like the Mako power plant in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh.
Out of spite.
I know at
Like-
least one person who grinded up to level 99 on Waka in Kingdom Hearts.
Why?
Mm.
Man. Wow, okay. I can't imagine why you would do that. I don't even understand what the point of that would be. Like, it's not...
To kick the shit out of Waka relentlessly for hours and hours and
Waka is
hours.
great. Waka is fantastic. He's the best character in Final Fantasy X.
No,
he
he's
just
not.
likes
I
he just
fucking-
likes sports.
I
He
fucking-
likes his sports ball.
He's also a racist.
And he's racist. That's right. when their city blows up, and he's just like, it's beautiful like fireworks. And everyone's like, Waka, why did you say that? And they don't bring it up again because nobody in 10 has any kind of character development. Except for Yuna, who gets the only character arc.
Yuna is the real protagonist of the game.
That's the point, yes. That's like the whole point of the story. And then she gets to be the protagonist in 10 too.
Yeah.
And fly around and be a Charlie's Angel character.
I like 10 too.
Yeah.
Fight me, nerds.
Actually, I think nerds have come around on it, and now they hate people who don't like 10 too. They've just changed their minds. I remember my brother was pissed off like at the time back then because he said it's not Final Fantasy. It's got women in it, and they like do music and stuff. It's not real Final Fantasy. Like, he was very angry about this.
I don't want to play Barbie for 40 hours because it's stupid.
We didn't even have a PlayStation 2, so it's not like you could play it, or 10, but he was still upset. Because he was just like, it's not real Final Fantasy. It's got girls in it. It's girly. And it is extremely girly. It's the most...
Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's a good game. The
Apart
job
from, like,
system is really good.
Yeah, but to be fair, that is the most feminine JRPG apart from like those Atelier games that people play, which are just like women making hats. So, but it is a good game. It's got a good battle system, and that's the important thing. And Yuna is fun. Yuna's a good character.
Yep.
Like 10 is 10's the last one I can think of that has likable characters in it. Maybe 15. 15 has some good characters in it, but like it's just the main characters and nobody else. And 10 you can think of like a bunch of cool things that happen. It's a game with ambition, at least.
Yeah.
You know? It's got a lot of cool set pieces and things like that.
Anyway, I want to show off something before I stop streaming. I want to show off something that happens if you just repeatedly mash the summon the save Moogle button.
Squares is upset about my description of the Atelier games because it's true they do also make bombs, hats and bombs.
So he gets really annoyed when you call him and just keep canceling.
Well, you're being very rude.
Eventually, he says something special, I think.
Like, when they're developing, at least the ones up to this point, every Final Fantasy kind of has something they're trying to, like, a
You're
theme,
starting to tick
right?
me off, Kupo.
Like, 6 is supposed to be an opera. 7, I forget what 7 was supposed to be, and then like 8 is a love story, and 9 is a fairy tale.
9
and
is
that's
a play.
Yeah. It's like a Grimm's fairy tale sort of thing, like stage plays and things like that.
Oh,
As opposed
there
to
he
the
goes!
opera.
He's- oh my god! He just said, I'm sharpening my knife.
So he'll go get his friend the Tonberry, and they'll hang out with you.
Yeah. I wonder if he says anything else. I think that's the most disturbing thing he says.
Why are you being so rude to this Moogle?
Because I wanted to show off what the things that he says.
Oh.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it, Coupe! Oh. Okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm done.
Okay. Don't forget to save.
I'm not. I'm not forgetting to save. All right. Oh, before I actually quit, I want to equip Garnet because I'm pretty sure she doesn't come equipped with like anything.
It would be funny if eventually he just says, "I'm not gonna." I play in the Way of the Samurai 3, which is a completely different game, but one of the tutorials says, "Please don't kill all the save point NPCs because then you won't be able to save anymore." And that's true. You can just kill them all, and then you just have to keep going because you can't save.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. This is the best Final Fantasy.
It's pretty good. I don't know if it's the best.
It's the best.
Fine.
Night.
Good night.